My name is Naomi, and I want to respond to my husband, Mr. Richard, who claims he married me and took me to America, only to say I'm not a good wife because I insisted on working against his wishes. He prefers I stay at home as a housewife. My story is a long one, but I hope you'll be patient enough to hear me out. It all started after I finished school. A friend of my mom's asked me to come to her place. She told me she had watched me grow up and was impressed by my attitude. She pleaded with me to consider marrying her son. My parents and the whole family supported this idea, so I decided to give it a try. We connected on social media, exchanged contacts, and did voice and video calls. He seemed like a nice person, and we liked each other. A date for the wedding was set for December 23rd, and he came to finalize everything. After the wedding, I refused to get pregnant immediately because I insisted on birth control. I had seen many cases where men from abroad marry ladies, get them pregnant, and then leave them behind with children, claiming their papers weren't ready. I wasn't ready to take that chance, so my husband sped up the process of getting my papers ready. Luckily, in a few months, I joined him in the United States. This is where the problems began. While abroad for just 4 weeks, I noticed my husband didn't like me going out. He wanted me to stay at home and not talk to neighbors. He asked me to make a list of food items for a week or two, which he bought and stocked in the kitchen. I stayed in America for over a year, stuck in my husband's house, only going out when he took me out on weekends. I kept pleading with him to let me work, to earn something and help my poor parents and siblings back home. I am the first child, and my siblings are all school dropouts. My parents put all their resources into my education, and I graduated as an accountant. I felt terrible when my family needed help, and I couldn't do anything because I depended entirely on my husband. Finally, after much pressure, my husband allowed me to go out for sports every morning. During this time, I met some good friends who introduced me to others and helped me understand many things I was clueless about in America. These friends even helped me secure a job in a finance firm as an accountant. I was so excited and told my husband, but he forbade me from taking the job. He said he didn't bring me to America to work but to be his wife, take care of the home, make babies, and cook his meals. He insisted that this is what a good wife does and that I must respect his decision as the head of the house. I was shocked and disappointed. Despite his objections, I started working, hoping he would come around. He refused to eat my food or talk to me, but I ignored it and acted like everything was fine. This went on for about 2 weeks until he suddenly came around. He waited until the Christmas holiday and convinced me we were going home to spend time with family and friends. When we arrived, he took me back to my parents and, after the holidays, abandoned me in the village and returned to the States. He probably wanted to break me. I spent almost 2 months in the village. Thank God I still had my phone. Some friends sympathized with me and helped me book a flight back to America. For 6 months, my husband didn't know I was back in the States. When he found out, he came to where I worked. I could see the shock, anger, and disappointment on his face. A few weeks later, he asked for a divorce, saying I was stubborn and disobedient and that my family supported my bad behavior. He demanded that my family refund every dime he spent on me as a dowry. He has been sending threats, asking me to leave America, claiming he picked me from the gutter and doesn't want to see me here. He said if not for him, I would never have dreamed of coming to America. I was shocked that my husband made this issue public. He wanted to expose and embarrass me. Richard, you've tormented me enough. He also blames me for our childlessness, accusing me of ruining my womb. Several tests prove I am fine, but he refuses to do his test, insisting he is okay because he once got a girl pregnant in school. Well, Richard, I'm happy to break this news to you. Your divorce papers are signed. I found someone sweet and a million times better than you. I'm a month pregnant with his child, and we are getting married in 2 months. You're invited to the wedding. We'll be delighted to see you there. As for the dowry, my family will refund it in full. If you continue to threaten me, I'll be forced to call 911, and you know what will happen. Please don't push me further.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel.